Welcome. Today we're channeling law school student intern vibes. That's right. Acura Integra time. The Acura Integra debuted in 1986 when the Acura brand debuted in the United States. And the Gen 1 is the one with the pop-up headlights, and it's a pretty iconic car, really cool, and I feel like this one should have channeled that energy and embraced its 80s, and it would have been a far better seller car, I believe. Gen 2 was in the 90s, and it was the one with a rectangular headlight. Not a particularly noteworthy product, but it sold very well. The Gen 3 Integra, the one with the circular headlights, best Integra. That one was the one that spawned the Type R, which is a 200 horsepower, naturally aspirated four-cylinder. I think it revved to like 8,000 RPM. The best front-wheel drive handling car that I've ever driven. Just a fantastic car. Not what you would think of what an Acura should be, and that's kind of why Acura shied away from continuing the Integra name. They changed it up in 2001 to the RSX, which more of an Acura. Also great cars, but I'm not hating, but not an Integra. And now this is the Gen 4 that debuted in 2022 along with the Honda Civic, on which it's based. Now it's got all of them come with a turbo engine, and it's a great engine. The problem that this car has is that the Honda Civic on which it's based is so good that people are not willing to spend up for this Acura Integra, and I'm not going to be able to convince you to do it either. In terms of the Integra lineup, they're all very safe. They all have LED headlights, auto emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and auto headlights. So they start at $31,000, which is the automatic, and it has a 1.5 liter 200 horsepower engine, and it weighs about 3,200 pounds. It comes with a sunroof, keyless entry, leatherette, ambient lighting, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Next step up is the A-Spec automatic, which is a couple grand more, $33,000, and that one comes with 18-inch wheels, LED fog lights, a spoiler. It's got better trim inside and out, and better lighting and emblems inside. And the interior comes with better colors, such as this red one, which looks really snazzy. The next step up is the A-Spec with the technology package, and that was $36,000. And that one comes automatic or manual. So you got to spend $36,000 in order to get into a manual transmission one. That will be the one that you're going to want to get if you live in snowy areas, because that one has remote start. Other things that it comes out with is Alcantara seats, power memory seat. The passenger seat is powered as well. It's better infotainment and a much better stereo. Heads-up display, wireless charger, adaptive dampers, and rain-sensing wipers. Then above that, you have the Type S, which is $51,000 car. But that one comes with a 2-liter, 320 horsepower engine and 19-inch wheels. But that's a whole different animal. That's a fast car. In terms of the driving, I gotta say, car is the right size and the right weight for the engine. So it's a very good package. It's stiff. It's not a great riding car. It's a car for young people, I would say. Last night when I was driving it in traffic, I was not really feeling it very much. But then this morning I got up early and started hustling the car around. And man, when you start boogieing, the car feels great. Here's the cool thing about the engine. So the engine is a 1.5 liter four-cylinder with 200 horsepower, 192 foot-pounds of torque. Doesn't sound like a whole lot, but this car only weighs like 3,200 pounds. So it's a lightweight car. You don't ever get that turbo character. What you do get is that VTEC yo. You get that noise when it crosses like 5,000 RPM. It really wakes up. Along with the engine that gets with the program, the transmission does really well too. It's a CVT, but don't think that it's a bad thing. You would really never know that it's a CVT. When you're in the sport mode, it knocks off shifts really quickly, and and it's not leaving you with any hanging revs. So it's really good as CVT transmissions go. Might be the best one I've had. So there's three dynamic settings that affect the suspension. Sport mode, which keeps the engine higher on boil, and it's a little bit of stiffer suspension. I can feel it. Regular, and then there's the comfort. Comfort is really laid back, and the CVT unfortunately acts like a CVT there. The sport mode, on the other hand, it keeps the CVT behaving properly. I don't know why Acura has a third mode. Feels like the comfort mode should be the default. In terms of how the car feels, it doesn't feel Acura level quality. It feels like a Honda Civic with a nicer looking interior, a little bit nicer looking interior, not much. So the fit and finish is okay. I mean, Hondas are known to be reliable cars, and it doesn't have any squeaks or rattles. This one has 50,000 miles, and it feels okay. It doesn't feel quality. Just, you expect more out of an Acura. That being said, the ergonomics are excellent as usual. The space is perfect for the front seats, plenty of leg room. The back seat is barely usable for a family. Driving position is lean back, and all that does is rob space for the back seat. The infotainment system is good. Granted, it's very simple. There's not a whole lot going on in there, but what it is, it's easy to use, and that's what's important here, right? Part of the reason why this interior doesn't feel really high quality, I think, is the graphics in the infotainment system. They look old. With that said, it's a Honda product, and everything is very easy to figure out, and it's all very competent. It all makes sense. What's the market competition for this? I would say this is a $36,000 car. Probably the Subaru WRX Limited, which has leather. That's a $39,000 car, but you go into a dealership, you're gonna get a discount. Those things, they're not selling. And the other end of the spectrum would be the Audi A3. That's a $37,000 car. It starts at, but you just get inside and already it just feels like a quality $37,000 car. And that's something that this Acura cannot compete against. So what's good about the Integra? The engine. The engine and the transmission, they work really well. As a CVT, you wouldn't know. As a turbo, you wouldn't know. Above 5,000 RPM, it sings. It's fun, it has character. The transmission, it gets with the program. I really like it. And, it's not an Audi. It's gonna be reliable. What's bad about the Acura Integra? Well, it's not an Audi. There's no mistaking that it's not a luxury car. The infotainment screen and the digital gauges, they're just not very crisp. But the noise it just sounds like a cheaper car. Took the microphone off so you can hear the engine a little bit. You hear that? Like at 5,000 RPM, the engine takes off. That VTEC, is a real thing, and it makes a car exciting. Other than that, the engine just sounds like a 4-cylinder, not turbo, and it's just not a great sound. It's not particularly luxurious feeling. So here are the things that I think Acura should fix in this car. Number one, you need 50 pounds of sound deadening added to it. Number two, you got drive modes, you got sport, and you got comfort. Comfort should be regular. There should not be a third one. Number three, why are you not channeling your original Gen 1 Acura Integra vibes with a pop-up headlights? That thing was so cool. Meanwhile, Hyundai's out there with the Ioniq 5 inventing a history that it doesn't even own, but selling it like hotcakes. That Ioniq 5 looks so cool. Why does the Integra not look like that? Number four, marketing. You guys don't know how to sell shit. It's just terrible. It's a shame. Acura was first to the game. The Japanese luxury game, Acura invented it. And then everybody ran away with it. This being Thanksgiving weekend, I was talking to my son last night about the difference between turkeys and disco chickens, peacocks. Turkeys are the real deal this weekend. Luxury compact sports sedan like an Audi A3, that's the real deal. That's a yummy fatty turkey. Acura Integra, it's more like a disco chicken. It looks good, doesn't taste very good. It's not the real deal. That's why we don't eat it. Now, if you agree or disagree with my opinions, by all means, leave a comment below. Let me hear it. Either way, thanks for watching.